Opening day festivities wrapping up, and we'll be back to get this season started right after this. John Shabby and Chris Singleton with you. So the Los Angeles Dodgers, with major expectations, they're among the favorites this season. Chris, they'd love to build on that postseason appearance from last year. Do you think it can be a springboard for them?
I do, Boog, because this team has already got the building blocks in place, and you make the postseason, you know you've got a shot at the title. So the experience will definitely help them this time around. But it's a long season, and they're going to have to do the little things right and stay consistently on top of their game. And that's the best way to take home the Commissioner's Trophy, in my opinion.
And now,
the crowd is amped up, ready to get this season underway, as are we. Back with more in a minute. One down. Benny Rodriguez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Third baseman playing on the edge of the grass, looking for the sac bunt. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. Center field, Takahashi sizing this one up, makes the grab, and there are 2 outs.
batting fourth, the designated hitter, Kyle Tucker.
Man at first, one away.
Shortstop, Benny Rodriguez.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Swing and a miss, strike 1.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get 1 out first. It's going to be tough to get 2 with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
Fought off foul. Fly ball to right. Alderman. That's out number 2.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Kyle Tucker.
2 on, 2 outs.
Number 3, shortstop, Benny Rodriguez.
Swing and a ball popped up. Holiday squeezes it, and that'll do it. 3 runs on 3 hits, including the home run. No errors, but 2 are left stranded. And midway in the 4th, it's the Dodgers 4 and the Cubs nothing. So 2 away with nobody on. Now it's the DH.
Stewart.
Two down, nobody on. Here on opening day. Out to short, Rodriguez. Tosses across to first, and he has thrown 4 shutout innings. 3 up, 3 down for him there. We're headed to the 5th. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Cubs nothing. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Benny Rodriguez. 0 for 3 in this one. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. Looks like they want to set up the double play. Intentional walk will make it 1st and 2nd with one gone.
Designated hitter, Kyle Tucker.
And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. Kyle Tucker steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Runners at 1st and 2nd with one gone here on opening day. This one in the air, right field. And there are 2 down. First and 2nd, 2 outs. Chourio getting ready to hit. Got him looking. And that is that. 2 left on. Heart of the order, 3, 4, 5 coming up. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Cubs 1. And next for LA, Benny Rodriguez. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads. Great speed and great power. A great athlete, quite simply.
When you have a real athletic player and who's able to do the baseball mechanical things really well, look out, because the sky's the limit on that potential.
Intentional pass coming. Base is now loaded, though it does set up a force at every base.
Now batting, designated.
So base is all loaded up. Kyle Tucker, the next to hit. Swing and a pop-up. Infield fly called there.
The left fielder, number 8, Jason Chourio.
2 outs, bases full. And up next for Los Angeles, Jason Chourio. Hard hit, right side. He'll do it himself. Out to escape a bases-loaded jam unscathed. And the Dodgers leave him loaded as they hold on to a 4-1 lead. Rodriguez with some solid production in the win.
Strong individual day, a team win. What's not to like? This is a game he can feel really good about.
And at the plate for the Dodgers, Benny Rodriguez. This guy with big-time power and an elite defender. Singing, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
Next pitch is outside. Roberts over at second, 1 down. And another ball.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Man at second. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
2 walks in the first has to be some cause for concern. I mean, you're talking about a guy you want to pitch deep into the ball game. It's not going to help with the pitch count right there. They can't afford to hand out free bases at this rate.
First and second, 1 out. Kyle Tucker steps to the plate for the Dodgers. In the air, right field, pretty well struck. That's back. Hits the top of the wall. Runner from second crosses the plate. The relay throw in there safely.
Well, he gets it done in a big spot to get the run across. That could be a dangerous pitch if you don't get it inside enough, because as a hitter, you see it coming across the plate the whole way. No problem handling it and putting a good swing on it that time.
Now at the plate, Jason Churio. Traffic on the bases with 1 already in here in the second and final game of the series.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
In the dirt, blocked.
Well, with this many pitches thrown here in this first inning, I mean, you're giving the other team a really good look. He's going to have to find a way to get some weak contact, maybe a swing and miss, get into that dugout and hit the reset button.
Caught him looking for the K.
Well, you've got to be ready to swing the bat with a runner in scoring position and 2 strikes. Just put the ball in place somewhere and you got a chance. Very frustrating for him, I'm sure. See if the next guy can pick him up.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Alderman makes a nice running catch. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across 1. On to the bottom of the first. It's the Dodgers 1 and the Cubs coming up. 2 out, space is empty.
Shortstop, Betty Rodriguez.
Slider right there.
He's going to have to make sure that he stays patient because he is the focal point in that lineup. They're going to pitch him tough. They're going to pitch around him. And when he doesn't see other guys doing anything, what you can do is become a little too aggressive and chase out of the zone.
That one is absolutely belted. And this one looks like trouble. The throw to second is offline.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Solid swing from start to end, on time with everything, really good balance, nice extension, and he met it out front for the line drive knock.
So runner at second, 2 down. So here's Kyle Tucker now. Up the middle, Holiday. Jump throw, and they get the out. 1 left for LA, but they still lead it 1-0. As we go to the last of the third. So up now for Chicago, Alexis Paniagua. On the ground to the left, Rodriguez. Throws to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting, shortstop, Theodore Lee.
You got to be kidding me. Did you see that throw?
Not really, Boog. I mean, it happened in the blink of an eye, it seemed, but thankfully StatCast is here to help us out. I mean, you don't see many throws across the infield that get up into the 90s, so he really reached back for that one, and he had to get the out.
The bat, number 3, shortstop, Betty Rodriguez.
And he swings and misses at the initial
0-1's the
offering.
count.
Two down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the fifth. That's off the mark. Ball one. The shortstop takes the ball.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Fair ball. It's in and out of his glove. Now he'll turn for second, and he'll make it to second base with 2 gone.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
So runner at second, 2 down. Next is the Dodger DH, Kyle Tucker. The pitch. This one in the dirt. Here's the pitch. Runner breaks for third. Hit on the ground to the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. No runs on 2 hits. No errors, and a runner left. Home half of the fifth coming up. It's the Dodgers 1 and the Cubs nothing. Stepping in, Theodore Ling. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. And you played behind guys, and they loved having your speed out there defensively. One of the things that we talk about is how much pitchers enjoy having those elite defenders behind them. Out to short. Throws to first in time.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. Rodriguez will hit next. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Well, strike one is so critical in a bat like this with a real threat at the plate looking to do damage.
High in the air, out to right. Alderman has a beat on it. Brings it in. And that's the third out. Dodgers strand a couple. They lead it 1-0. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th. That one finds the corner. That's strike 1.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
1-run game here in the top of the 9th. Hit hard on the ground to short. They get the force, and the inning is over. So it's no runs, no base hits, no errors, and 1 left. To the bottom of the 9th we go. Top of the order due up. It's the Dodgers 1 and the Cubs nothing. Rodriguez had a solid game for them, a real contributor.
Well, every team in the league wants hitters who can consistently deliver games like the one he had today, because it can help you get wins like this one. Nice job.
Taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Opening day festivities wrapping up, and we'll be back to get this season started right after this. With my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. So the Los Angeles Dodgers looking like a team that could make some noise. It's a strong roster to start the year. Where do you think they stack up among the league's best?
Oh, Boog, they're definitely contenders, no doubt about that. Plenty of talent on this roster. Maybe not a juggernaut, but a good team. And I think they might need to patch some holes at some point, though.
Yeah, time will tell, of course, but I agree with you. They look like they're set up to play meaningful baseball all the way to game 162, maybe beyond.
And now,
the crowd is amped up, ready to get this season underway, as are we. Back with more in a minute. John Shambi on play-by-play. Chris Singleton providing the color. So the Los Angeles Dodgers looking like a team that could make some noise. It's a strong roster to start the year. Where do you think they stack up among the league's best?
Oh, Boog, they're definitely contenders, no doubt about that. Plenty of talent on this roster. Maybe not a juggernaut, but a good team. And I think they might need to patch some holes at some point, though.
Yeah, time will tell, of course, but I agree with you. They look like they're set up to play meaningful baseball all the way to game 162, maybe beyond.
And now,
and we'll be back with the first pitch right after this.
Los Angeles Dodgers.
So 2 down, Benny Rodriguez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Swing and a foul out of play. Here comes the 0-1. Pop foul out of play off to the right. 2 outs, base is empty. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The shortstop takes the ball.
See if he can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
And there's a ball. Next pitch is outside.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
In the air, right side. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that ends the inning. Scoreless after 1. No outs, runner over at third.
Shortstop, Eddie Rodriguez.
Here's a fun fact. Dodger Stadium was also the home of the Los Angeles Angels for 4 years in the 1960s while they waited for Anaheim Stadium to be built. When the Angels were playing games at home instead of Dodger Stadium.
Hard hit left side. Jump throw. And very nicely done for the out. Man, Chris, a jump throw like that is certainly worthy of the StatCast treatment. Let's see what the numbers have to say about it.
Yeah, these are some favorable numbers, Boog. This is the type of play that showcases his arm strength. I mean, he made it look easy, but I promise you that's not a throw every shortstop can make, especially with that much behind it.
Shortstop.
1-run game, 1 out, 1 on. And fouled off.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at him.
Runner takes off. Strike in there. Throw to second. Save. And the tying run is now in scoring position.
One ball.
In the dirt. And on the wild pitch down to third goes the tying run.
Even with a good secondary lead, sometimes it's hard to see just how far that ball's gotten away from the catcher. And if you can make it to third base pretty much standing up, well, that time he seemed to have a pretty good read, gets to third safely, and now he's just 90 feet away from scoring.
One and two here. On the ground. Slings it across. There for the out. Runner scores from third.
So important to really lock in on an at-bat like this. It seems easy with the infield back, but you've got to make sure you put the ball in play. Put it on the ground, brought that run in.
And now the DH, Tim Wilson.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Slides, but it gets by him. In comes the run from third to add on. It's an RBI single, and they take a 3-run lead.
Everything came together for him. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
Back here at Chavez Ravine, we head to the bottom of the ninth. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Benny Rodriguez.
Well, he's always a threat. Even if this guy is 0 for 3 for the night with 3 strikeouts, he can come up that 4th time and do damage because he's that good.
Gillis back to work. And first offering is fouled off. Swing, and he breaks his back. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Kyle Tucker.
Rodriguez with an unremarkable performance in the loss.
If he's going to be a driver for their offense and change losses like this one to wins, he needs better days than this. Some good signs in this one, though.
So 2 down, Benny Rodriguez now at the plate. Singy, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
And a foul ball. 2 outs, base is empty. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Nothing doing for
the batter, number 3.
Rodriguez measures 6 feet 2 inches, 210 pounds. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. And there's a strike.
He's going to have to make sure that he stays patient because he is the focal point in that lineup. They're going to pitch him tough. They're going to pitch around him. And when he doesn't see other guys doing anything, what you can do is become a little too aggressive and chase out of the zone.
Late on that fastball. Just missed.
See if he can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Next pitch is outside. And that's down and away. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Outside, and that is ball 4. And that's their first base runner of the game.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
Pickoff throw, Rodriguez back in on a dive. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Well, just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
2-2 now.
3-2.
In the dirt, but kept close. But no advance from the runners. Lifted in the air, out to left. And that's the 3rd out. So they strand a pair. We're headed to the 5th. It's the Tigers 1 and the Dodgers nothing. One out, base is empty.
Number 3, shortstop, Benny Rodriguez.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Bradford sizes this one up. Squeezes it. 2 away now.
Up next for the Dodgers, the designated.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. And the batter now, Ronald Acuna Jr. Traffic on the bases with 3 already across here in the top half of inning number 7. On the ground to the left, Rodriguez. The throw to first, that ends the inning, and they limit the damage. So they get 3 and jump ahead late. 7th inning stretch time. Tigers 4 and the Dodgers 1. Back here in L.A., here's the shortstop at the plate, Benny Rodriguez. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes. Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
And that one fouled off.
You know, these Dodgers definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. One thing that stands out looking over the numbers is the amount of outs they have on the first pitch of the at-bat. They've given away too many at-bats with easy outs.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
So here's Kyle Tucker now.
Tucker.
Rodriguez gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Pickoff move to first, and he's back safely. Another throw over, and he's back again. And that's the second disengagement now. Back to first. Tag, and he's out at first. Couldn't get back to the bag.
Man, you're feeling so good. You just got the knock. You're on base, and then right away you get picked off. That's just a tough one to swallow, especially after leading off an inning with a single.
And up next for Los Angeles, Benny Rodriguez. Chris, he's a former Hank Aaron Award winner, which means he was named the best overall offensive performer in his league. Rodriguez getting to start at shortstop, 31 years old, and he's a former National League MVP. The 0-1. The shortstop takes the ball.
They've got him working a little harder in this first frame than he anticipated.
Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Lined, and that's a base hit. And they're at the corners with nobody out.
Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
So runners at the corners, nobody out. Here's Kyle Tucker. Throw to first, and he's just back in. Oh, close play.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see.
Runner on the go. Line drive, caught. Throw behind the runner, they've got him doubled off. Kevin Bradford up now for the Tigers. On the ground, a short, could be two. Slings to first in time. One out and a runner at second.
Shortstop, Benny Rodriguez.
That one misses, and that is ball one. That one is absolutely belted. That's back there. And that one becomes property of the beast. His first homer of the year, and they tack on to their lead. It's 4-1. Singy, and now he's just one away from 500 career homers.
Boog, that's just a ton of home runs, and he's cost the league a lot of money with the balls he's hit on the park over the years. That's as big as it gets right there. You take advantage of a mistake. That is an ultimate, here it is, watch it, I'm going to jog around the bases.
And welcome back to the ballpark as we go to the top of the fourth. And now the first baseman, Tom Yang.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Hit on the ground to short. Rodriguez. Throws across the diamond, and one gone in the fourth as they get the leadoff man.
The batter, the second baseman, Colts Key. The batter, number 3.
Rodriguez will join the 500 homer club with just one more round tripper.
Man, I can't imagine what he's feeling approaching this milestone, Boog. I mean, I got to see Jim Thome hit his 500th home run in Chicago, and this guy's already passed Lou Gehrig, Stan Musial, Willie Stargell, and he's on the cusp of joining a club of around 30. It's all
runner on the move, and there's a foul ball. That one in the dirt and gets away. And now a man into scoring position.
That's a tough spot for the catcher, Boog. No chance of stopping the outside pitch, and now the runner moves up. Those moments can be really frustrating.
Man at second. The shortstop takes the ball. And it remains 2-2. Man on second, 2 down. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. And that is that. One left for LA, but they lead it 4-1. Stepping in, Tom Yang. One out, bases empty. Out to short, Rodriguez. Gets it to first. That's out number 2.
Now batting.
And next for LA, Benny Rodriguez. His 2-run homer back into third was an important swing of the bat in this one.
Yeah, there's no doubt he helped set the tone fairly early, and certainly part of the reason why they've got the lead right now.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
He's been great in this one. Eye-hand coordination just failed him a little bit right there.
Up and in, 1-1.
He's got one already tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if he pops another one here.
And that's way high. 2-1.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. The run scores from first, extending their lead.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
One down. Kyle Tucker steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
Kyle Tucker.
Got him looking. And there's 2 away.
Well, nice job right there. He struck him out twice. The pitch before looked like it was strike 3. Doesn't get the call. Bears down. Throws another quality pitch for the strikeout.
Man at second here with 2 away. Now the left fielder, Jason Churio. Kicks and fires. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
That's a nice at bat and a great take on 3-2. Probably could have gone either way in that spot around the knees.
Christian Encarnacion Strand, the next to hit. Abrams tosses to first. Inning ends, and that stops the bleeding. 9 men come to the plate, 4 score. 8th inning coming up. It's the Dodgers 8 and the Tigers 1. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Benny Rodriguez. His next home run will be the 500th of his career. And first offering is fouled off. The Dodgers threatening. Fastball is outside. The 1-1 is fouled off. All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate. Caught him looking for the K. And the Dodgers leave him loaded. And it remains an 8-1 game. Went deep in this one and placed himself on the doorstep of history with career homer number 499.
Well, Boog, he's right there, and I'm sure we're all eager to see him get it. 500 homers in this day and age is just incredible, especially when you think of the guys who just fell short, like Fred McGriff and Lou Gehrig. It'll be a special moment for sure.
Benny Rodriguez, fresh off an incredible series and ready to go. Can he keep the good times going in this one? The Atlanta Braves taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. So 2 down, Freddie Gamble getting ready to hit.
Gamble.
Two out, space is empty. Hit on the ground to short. And that will end the inning. Middle of the first. No score after a half inning. Two outs, base is empty. And down to shortstop, Benny Rodriguez.
All around, I think if you asked anyone in this organization who's the best hitter in the lineup, they would say him.
Rodriguez in his 9th season, a member of the 1,000 hit club, and he's a former Silver Slugger recipient in the National League. Fought off foul. Rodriguez with a homer in his last game. And that one ripped into right. This looks like extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. And he's in with a stand-up double.
And if you're the pitcher, you can't be frustrated. You know this is going to be the toughest batter that you face tonight, and you're going to have to face him a couple of times. So you just tip your cap and hope that you can get the next guy out.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. So here's Kyle Tucker now. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in game 1 of this 3-game set.
One, two.
In the dirt. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Coming home. The throw in. He'll score, and it's 1-0.
Comes through with the RBI. There's nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped. Caught out in front and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on it.
The batter, number 3, shortstop, Benny Rodriguez.
That one's in there, and it's 0-1.
Oh, and you can
No
throw
ball.
that big
One
curve
strike.
on the inside part of the plate. Very difficult pitch for the hitter to get on plane with. You can have a lot of success if you can pitch in that location.
Line drive, base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Here's Kyle Tucker. Kicks and deals. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Now a long throw home. Safe at the plate, and the run scores all the way from second. And they lead by 2.
Well done. Drives in the run. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Jason Churio digs in now. And right back to the mound. In plenty of time to first. Inning over, and it could have been worse. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across 1. We head on down to the top of the 3rd. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Braves 1. Back here at Chavez Ravine, bottom of the 4th, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Benny Rodriguez. Carlson back to work. The shortstop takes the ball.
You know, these Dodgers doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. They're putting together strong at-bats with good contact, and 5 of their hits have come on the ground. That's a lot of ground ball base hits.
And another ball.
And you know we're living in the launch angle era, but today feels like we're being treated to a throwback performance, talking about those ground ball numbers in this one.
Swings here and drives one well left field, way back, and you can forget it. Another milestone in his fantastic career, home run number 500. A great moment here as he joins an elite list of the best power hitters in baseball history.
You said it, Bruce. The club he's joined is pretty much the who's who of great sluggers, and he's proven over and over again that he's one of them. I'm sure this is a big weight off his shoulders, and when he gets a chance to sit down and reflect on what he's accomplished, he should be extremely proud. Congrats, man.
First and second, 2 outs. Rodriguez now at the plate.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Who? He makes the grab. And that is that. Dodgers strand a couple. And it remains 5-3. So runner at second, 2 down. Rodriguez, the next to hit. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye.
Oh, yeah, Boog. He's on the brink of one of your favorite.
He gets the intentional walk here, and now a force at any base with 2 gone.
These fans don't like to see that because they showed up to watch him swing the bat, but this team does not want to let him beat him.
And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. And next is the designated hitter, Kyle Tucker. Right side, hard hit. He steps on the bag. That ends the inning as they squander a chance to pick up some insurance. Here's the left fielder, Evan Carter.
Boog, this has been a good one. A really good game to this point, and huge opportunity with the bases loaded.
Two outs. On the ground to short, Rodriguez. They get the force. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. 2 runs in the inning, but they strand 3. Last half of the 8th coming up. Braves 6 and the Dodgers 5. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th. And that one fouled off. Looking to get the tying run on base. Bounding ball here, rolls foul.
He's got one already tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if he pops another one here.
And that one upstairs, ball 1.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. High fly ball out towards left field. That's back there. And that one becomes property of the beast. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and we're starting over. It's 6-6. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
Go ahead run on base. Noelvi Marte getting ready to hit.
Well, first base open. Really no reason to pitch to this hitter right here. Put him on, have the force at second first, perhaps getting inning-ending double play. Well, it's kind of deflating. You blow that lead in the bottom of the 9th, so here's a new opportunity. Hit the reset button, try to get some more runs, and then close it out in the bottom half of this one.
This to third, dives and keeps it on the infield. And very nicely done for the out.
A quick move to his left, fully extended there in front of the shortstop to make the grab. Up with it, then a strong, accurate throw across the diamond to complete this highlight play.
So runner at second, 2 down. Rodriguez digs in now. He's a guy who does it all. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. That one is absolutely belted. This one's got a chance. Gone! That ball was crushed. And he's gone yard again. That's his third home run of the game. And we have a tie ball game. It's 9-9. The brighter the lights, the more he shines.
Yeah, this guy lives for big moments, and right there made a statement big time. He's putting on quite the show at the dish here in this one, and he's just so locked in with his swing, and he's just not missing right now. 3-homer game, man, it's so special. And I tell you what, it's a lot of fun watching him pull it off as well.
And now, Noelvi Marte. Swing and a ground ball. tosses to first. One up, one down. Rodriguez really stood out in this win. A special game at the dish with 3 homers.
Well, Boog, can't say enough about what he did for him in this one. He's a big reason they got the W, and it's easy to see why he's a key contributor for him.
In a 1-run game as this one ends 10-9. A 1-run extra inning win for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us. Benny Rodriguez went yard 3 times last game. With that elite power, you won't want to miss this one today. First pitch coming your way next. Next to hit, Benny Rodriguez. And Singy, they're dealing with a former MVP in this spot. Oh, right to the backstop. Acuna into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility.
Can't imagine he's too happy with that one on the mound. Just one pitch after giving up the single, he basically turns it into a double.
Tied up here in the early going. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That's back there. And that one becomes property of the beast. That's his 4th home run of the series. It's 3-1. That's his 3rd straight game with a homer, Singy.
This dude is on fire, Boog. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often. Dropped the barrel right there. Got a fastball down at the knees where he'd prefer it. So many times now guys are having to adjust to the elevated fastball. So I'm sure his eyes got big when he saw that one coming.
Two outs, runner at first. Now it's the right fielder, Tom Boo.
Well, they've been able to score 4 runs off of him in this inning, and this is where you want to just max out, get as much as you can, give him one of those tough innings where it's going to be hard for him to recover in the next one.
Grounds one to short. They take the force out. That'll end the inning after a lot of scoring. So they move out in front after a 4-run outburst. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Braves 5 and the Dodgers 3. Runner at second, 2 down.
Shortstop, Benny Rodriguez.
And that one fouled off. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Out towards right center field. And that ends the inning. Now the number 2 hitter, Brady Grimes.
Brady Grimes.
On the ground to third. Oh, great stop. The feed for 1. What a double play that was. Inning over. Nothing doing here this half. On now to the bottom of the 4th. It's the Braves 5 and the Dodgers 3. Nobody out. Runner at first.
Shortstop, Betty Rodriguez.
Boog, after watching the first inning of this one, you would not have expected that this pitcher would be in such a groove and still in the ball game at this point.
Yeah, that's fouled off.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
Ground ball left side, and it goes just foul.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
The shortstop takes the ball. That misses, and the count now even up.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
In the dirt, blocked. He's in there. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance. Top of the 6th inning. Now in for the Braves, DeAndre Deal. Robbers, 6'1" righty, 33 years old, and he found his way onto the team after being claimed off waivers. Swing and a chopper out to short. Whips it across, and that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th.
The left fielder, number 22, Miguel Guerrero.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Benny Rodriguez. He's already homered here in this one. And that one clips the corner.
Late in the game, everyone gets a little tighter. Way to get ahead on a really good hitter right there.
The pitch. Tap foul at the plate. Foul tip, strike 3.
Oh, that pitch wasn't even close to being a strike, and that just goes to show you how defensive hitters can become when they're up against an 0-2 count. You're just hoping for a mistake somewhere near the zone that you can get the bat to, but right there he was clearly anxious. He was swinging when the ball left the hand.
So now to the plate for Atlanta, Miguel Blaze. Ground ball could be 2. Flips it. There's 1. Double play. What a clean killing to end the inning. 1 error in the inning, but nothing more. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Braves 5 and the Dodgers 4. Rodriguez with a solid contribution even despite the loss. Had only 1 hit but made it count with a homer.
Well, definitely a strong game at the plate, and it's safe to say he made a difference for them. They didn't get the win, but they'll take performances like this one from him.
Benny Rodriguez will hit next.
Benny
Singy,
Rodriguez.
he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
Nobody
No
on,
ball.
nobody
2
out. A
strikes.
pair of runs across in the inning here in the rubber match of this 3-game series. This one in the air. Gamble should have this one. Squeezes it. 1 down.
Batting fourth, the designated hitter, Kyle.
So 2 away with nobody on. Adrian Del Castillo next up for the Braves.
Castillo.
On the ground to the left, Rodriguez. The throw to first, and the inning is over. Braves are set down 1-2-3. They trail things here 2-0. 2 out, space is empty.
Now batting, the shortstop.
Rodriguez in his 9th season, 31 years old. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. And that one fouled off. The shortstop takes the ball.
The only adjustment he needs to
1
make
strike.
is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Swings and misses.
1 ball.
1 and
2
2.
strikes.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Barrero. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 6th inning. Now it's going to be Benny Rodriguez. Molina, the tall righty, 200 pounds, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Molina back to work. And there's a fly ball deep right field. And that one hops the wall. Around second now, going for 3. The relay in there safely.
Well, most guys would have a double out of that, but for elite speed like his, that's an automatic double. He's thinking, how do I turn this into a triple? And that's exactly how you do it.
Tucker, a.k.a. King Tuck, to the plate now. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Carter makes the catch, and there's one gone.
The left fielder, number 8,
Jason Churio, the next to hit.
You have to stay disciplined in these at-bats. Try not to chase. A strikeout here is the last thing you want.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field, and a base hit knocks in a run. Not in time. He's safe, and the lead is up to 5.
Picks himself up an RBI. That's a ball that a lot of times you'll see the shortstop or left fielder be able to get to if it hangs up in the air long enough. But right there, it just died and found a way to drop in on the green stuff with base hit.
First and second, 2 outs. And now the right fielder, Adrian Del Castillo.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with a mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound.
On the ground, out to short. Throws across the diamond, out number 3. Another scoreless inning, and now that's 7 shutout frames. It's the Dodgers 5 and the Braves nothing. 1 down, and the batter will be the shortstop, Benny Rodriguez. 1 for 3.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
This one in the dirt. Man at first, 1 away.
Let's go, Benny.
The shortstop takes the ball. And that one misses up and in. And a count 2-1.
1 strike.
That one ripped right center field. And this one looks like trouble. And that's going to roll to the wall. Coming home. The relay to the plate. Tag. Now in time. He scores. It's 6-0. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
One out, runner at second. Next is the designated hitter, Kyle Tucker. Doval checks the runner.
Save.
Takes it in for the out.
Now batting, the left fielder,
Jason Churio steps to the plate for the Dodgers. The pitch. On the ground to third. Marte with a throw to first. And that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. 1 run, a pair of hits, no errors, and 1 left on. Through 8 full, it's the Dodgers 6 and the Braves nothing. Rodriguez really excelled in this one and contributed to the win.
Really impressive work at the dish, Boog. He gave his teammates a lot of opportunities in this one, and that's really all you can ask him to do.
Benny Rodriguez, fresh off an incredible series and ready to go. Can he keep the good times going in this one? It's the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. First pitch coming your way next. And the batter now, Benny Rodriguez. Singy, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
And the next pitch is way outside.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
2 outs, base is empty. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Runner at first with 2 away. So here's Kyle Tucker now. Bennett checks the runner. Rodriguez dives back in safely. Two outs. The other way, Pena. The throw to first, and that will end the inning. And now the center fielder.
This guy's just a tremendously talented center fielder. Gold Glove caliber type out there. Offensively, he can do some things, but also has some streakiness as well. I think the key is just trying to find a way for him to be consistent day in and day out.
They take the force out number 3. 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left. We move on to inning number 2 here in Philadelphia. It's the Phillies 3 and the Dodgers nothing.
Now batting, shortstop.
Rodriguez measures 6 feet 2 inches, 210 pounds, and he's a former National League MVP. And a foul ball. Ripped, but it curls foul. Ripped towards third. They get the force, and that'll do it. 1 left for LA, still down 3-0. Two outs and 1 in scoring position.
Shortstop, Benny Rodriguez.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and now just a 2-run deficit. Throw to first, and he gets back safely.
Oh, here we are, 3rd time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Here's Kyle Tucker. Bennett checks on first, and he's back in easily. Here's the pitch. Runner on the go. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. 1 run, a pair of hits, no errors, and 1 left on. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Phillies 3 and the Dodgers 1. Now here is Benny Rodriguez.
A lot of times you're looking for a guy to get that tying run on base, but because of the power, you want him to tie up the game with 1 swing here.
Just missed. Hammered. Could be extra bases. Now he turns and heads for second. Safe. And that's his third hit. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Kyle Tucker. This is what stat nerds like myself might call a high leverage situation.
Yeah, Boog, not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at-bat that could.
He's trying for third. Pitch misses. Throw to third. Save. And the tying run is now only 90 feet away. The tying run is 90 feet away. On the ground. Into the outfield. Base hit. In to score is the runner from third. It's an RBI single. And this game is tied in the seventh.
Well done. Drives in the run. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Tied at 6. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Benny Rodriguez.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
And fouled off. The pitch. That's hard hit on the line. Makes the grab on the run. And a couple of quick outs.
They trust him in center field because he's capable of making plays on the run, and we saw it right there. That's a player you want patrolling center field. Someone who can attack the ball off the bat.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
One down. Winning run on at first. In the air, left field. Churio under it. Hauls it in for the out.
Now batting, third baseman, Jamie Pena.
Rodriguez made a big contribution despite the loss. Collected 3 hits in the game.
I'll tell you, I was excited every time he came up. Even though he couldn't lift him to a win, he really made an impact. Great job in this one.
1-run game here today. Your final score, 7-6. The Phillies hang on to win it. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long. Benny Rodriguez ready to put on a show, playing as the league leader in home runs this season. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Rodriguez digs in now. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes. Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
And there's a foul ball. Runner at second here, 1 gone. That one is absolutely belted. Ranging back. Hauls it in on the warning track. Tags up from second, and he'll head to third. Throw cut off, down to the plate, and he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Textbook defensive execution right there. Outfielder hits the cutoff man, relay throw to the plate, a perfect strike, and a great way to end the inning.
Now the number 2 hitter.
The center fielder, Johnny Carmelo.
One down, base is empty. Out to short, Rodriguez. Slings to first in time.
Batting third, the designated hitter, Derek Lyon.
Bases loaded, one away.
Number 3, shortstop, Betty Rodriguez.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
And that is out of play. All loaded up, dangerous hitter at the plate. Fought off foul.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
0-2 now. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Thrasher sizes this one up. Makes the grab for the second out.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
2 outs, base is empty.
Shortstop, Betty Rodriguez.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
Line drive. Thrasher makes the catch, and that'll do it. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here as the lead remains 3-1. One down. Now David Moyer.
The right fielder.
Singy, you got to
David
appreciate a guy who's
Moyer.
this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. So how much does his speed factor into his ability to go get it?
It's heartbreaking for the hitter because off the bat, he thinks this ball's going to get down. Because of that speed and the ability to make up so much ground, he enters the picture and breaks a guy's heart.
Grounds one to short. Rodriguez. Throw to first is in time.
Well, Berg, we talk about how the ball is coming out of a pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder, wow, really impressive.
And next for L.A., Benny Rodriguez. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he could turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye. 1-0. Pitch out, but no action. Swing and a miss.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get one out first. It's going to be tough to get two with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
Runner on the go. It's a pitch out. Throw to second. Save. 1-run game, 1 out, 1 on. So after the stolen base, they issue the intentional walk, and a double play would get him out of it.
The right fielder, number 30.
Here's Kyle Tucker.
It's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
Two on, 1 out. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Fires to the plate. Safe at home, and the runner scores from second, and they lead by 2.
Got the job done to put him up by 2. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat, just kind of muscled it out there. And you know, on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher, but you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes.
Now the left fielder, Jason Churio. Now a bunt towards third. Pena. On to first. Out number 2, and another run comes in.
Well, the safety squeeze can be tough to defend, especially with a good runner at third. You can't risk trying to be overly aggressive and make a play at the plate and give up that easy out at first.
Rodriguez with an okay game of the win.
I'm sure they're glad they got the win, but if he's going to be a driver for their offense, he needs better days than this. Some good signs in this one, though.
Benny Rodriguez ready to put on a show, playing as the league leader in home runs this season. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. One down, and up next for Los Angeles, Benny Rodriguez. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. Swing and a miss and a slider.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move to the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
Comes up empty.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Went with the sweeper, but it misses. Swing and a high fly ball, pretty well struck right field. That's back there. Leaps at the wall, but can't haul it in. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
He was all over that one. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
One out, runner at second. Now it's the DH, Kyle Tucker. This one in the dirt. Swing and a bouncer. Slings to first, and Tucker is retired. So runner at second, 2 down. Jason Churio steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Thrasher makes the play, and that is that. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. It's the Dodgers 1 and the Phillies coming up. So the lineup flips over. Jacob Thrasher, the next to hit. Feels like it's less common today that you see a guy like this. The speed component, the contact component, but lack of power.
He just has to understand that his skill set is unique, and he's very valuable for any ball club. If he does that, he'll play a long time in this league.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here in the rubber match of this 3-game series. Ground ball up the middle. Fires over to first. That's 1 out, the bottom of the second.
Now batting, the right fielder, Henry.
Man at first, 1 away.
The shortstop, Benny Rodriguez.
It feels like we might be headed towards a rain delay if the weather doesn't ease up, Chris.
Yeah, the umpiring crew are going to pay attention to how the weather is impacting this game, and the moment it becomes dangerous, I think, is the moment we'll be forced to take a break.
Swing and a foul out of play.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
Next offering is fouled back. And fastball misses outside for a ball. And that's ball 1. The shortstop
Ball 2.
takes the ball. That's way outside. And the count's full. Acuna stands at first with one out. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
That's a tough one to swallow right there. If you're on the mound, you're ahead in the count 0-2, and you just couldn't find a way to put them away.
So 2 down. So here's Kyle Tucker now. Abel picks over Rodriguez. Back in on a dive. We haven't seen a break in the weather, and the umpires might be forced to make a decision soon.
Yeah, I think so, Boog. I mean, everyone looking and wondering when they're going to stop play. It definitely feels close.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Not what he wanted to do there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive and gives this offense a good chance to cut into their deficit.
First and second, 2 outs. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Jason Churio. In the air, center field. He's under it. And that's the 3rd out. 1 run in the inning, but they leave 2. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Phillies 3 and the Dodgers 2. Now the third baseman, Caleb Lomavita.
The third baseman, Caleb.
Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Whips it across. Got him. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens.
Eddie Rodriguez.
And it's fouled away. Two outs. Hit pretty well in the air out to center. As this one sized up. He's got it. And that'll do it. No runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Phillies 5 and the Dodgers 2. Now it's the shortstop, Benny Rodriguez. Yeah, don't need much damage here, just a base hit. Likely will score 2. That's in there. Strike 1.
Tough situation right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate.
I got 1 ball, 1
in the
strike.
dirt. Wow, that's a great job behind the dish there. And a count 1 and 2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
That misses the zone, and that's ball 2.
2-2 the count.
With the go-ahead run at 3rd, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Swings and misses, struck him out. So they get 3 and draw even. 2, 3, 4 due up in the home half of the 6th. We're all tied up 5-5. And now the first baseman.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play. Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
On the ground, a second, might be two. There's one, and that's two.
Pitcher made the pitch, and his players made the play behind him. Nice job. 4-6-3 inning-ending double play.
And welcome back to the ballpark. And the batter will be the shortstop, Benny Rodriguez. The shortstop takes the ball.
You know, these Dodgers, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. Everything seems to be clicking, and the 6 extra base hits in the game kind of tells you everything you need to know. They're not getting fooled up there at all.
That one misses. 2-1. A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone. Time called. The 2-2 will have to wait just a second. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And there's a ball. Now a fly ball to right center. Sizing this one up. And there's one down.
Up next for the Dodgers, the designated hitter, Kyle.
Here in the bottom of the 9th, one out. And here's the first baseman.
Arno. Perez.
Hard hit left side. And they're down to their last out.
Talk about being able to dial up the velocity. That first baseman over there might need a little pad inside that first baseman's mitt.
Rodriguez played well enough in the win.
Well, you'll never complain about getting a team win, Boog, but I think they expect him to make larger contributions than he did today. Nothing too bad, but nothing great either.
Benny Rodriguez ready to put on a show, playing as the league leader in home runs this season. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Washington Nationals. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Benny Rodriguez steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
Rodriguez.
Swings through that one.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to try to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
And that's in the dirt. And it's a ball and a strike. And that's in for a strike.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
2 out, space is empty. The shortstop takes the ball.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Ripped to short. Throws to first. And that is the inning. Dodgers down in order. Now it'll be Washington's turn. It's a scoreless ball game. You're watching Dodgers baseball on the show, LA. Man at first, nobody out. Next to hit for the Nats, Roderick Arias. Ground ball right side, could be 2. Luciano tossed to second, and that's 2.
Oh man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Mitchell.
1 out, base is empty.
Shortstop, Eddie Rodriguez.
And the first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Hit hard to the ground and up the middle, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Go ahead run on base. Kyle Tucker digs in now. Man at first, 1 away. Runner on the move. This one in the dirt. He's safe at second, and that was not close.
You know, nights like this when it seems harder to score, I like the call to put him in motion and try to steal the base. Ball's not carrying, no home runs so far, so trying to manufacture some offense like this may be the way to go.
And that's a base hit. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with 1 out.
33, Christian.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
And at the plate for the Dodgers, Christian Encarnacion Strand. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Well, that was such a great opportunity to grab the lead. You had the infield back. All you've got to do is just put the ball in play on the ground, and you drive across a run. It's a frustrating outcome for the hitter. Now, I'll still have a chance, but it's probably going to take a clutch hit with 2 outs.
So digging in, Chase DeLauder. High in the air, out to right. And that's the 3rd out. 2 left on. On now to the bottom of the 4th. No score. And now up for Washington, Esteban Guardado.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
Ground ball left side, could be 2. Rodriguez to second, and their second double play of the day will end the 4th. 1 run in the inning, but they lead 2. On to the top of the 5th we go. It's the Nationals 1 and the Dodgers nothing.
The bat, number 3, shortstop, Eddie Rodriguez.
Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Rodriguez, in his 9th season, a career batting average over 300. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. So now 1-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball.
Two
Try
strikes.
to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Stays alive. Outside.
Nope, outside.
Ball 2.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers. Would rather just give up a first pitch single than have.
Oh, this one high and deep. Way back there. And that one becomes property of the beast. A shot to the opposite field. It's his 6th home run of the season, and it ties it up. It's 1-1. Chris, that's his 504th career home run, which ties him with Eddie Murray.
Ties Eddie Murray, one of the greatest power hitters of all time. Great switch hitter as well. He is in legendary status.
That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
And now.
Ground ball left side, could be 2. Quickly to second for 1. Over to first, safe. And we're back. New inning getting started. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Benny Rodriguez. First pitch misses. Kelly, 37 years young. He joined the team as a free agent. So 2 balls and no strikes.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
And that's outside.
If you're on the mound right now, you know you have to retire this hitter. If he gets on base, it could open up the floodgates for this offense to score some runs.
That one ripped. Back there. Pulls it in on the warning track.
The batter, the designated hitter, Kyle Tucker.
Rodriguez was a real bright spot despite the loss. Collected a couple of hits. One of them left the yard.
No question, he was a big contributor for him here. Fantastic effort at the plate, even in defeat.
Benny Rodriguez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Chris, he's a former Hank Aaron Award winner, which means he was named the best overall offensive performer in his league. Rodriguez matched a homer in his last game. 2 outs, base is empty. In the air, right field. Lucas has this one sized up. Reaches for it, but it's foul. Time asked for it at the plate. Maybe an attempt to break up the rhythm that he's got going on the mound right now. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Mitchell down to first in time. So the drop third strike doesn't hurt him, and that's that. Half inning complete. We've got no score. And now the right fielder, Jordan Lucas.
The right fielder, Jordan Lucas.
Up the middle, Rodriguez. Whips it to first. One gone, bottom half of the first.
Batting second, the shortstop, unheld. 10 now.
One out, bases empty.
Number 3, shortstop, Benny Rodriguez.
That's
Ball, that's
outside.
outside.
And that is ball 1. That one lifted to left. Stevenson snags it for the second out.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Lucas stands at third with one gone in the inning. On the ground, out to short. Rodriguez fires across the diamond. Now 2 away as they get a run across.
So important to really lock in on an at-bat like this. It seems easy with the infield back, but you've got to make sure you put the ball in play. Put it on the ground, brought that run in.
Back in Washington, D.C. All set for the start of the inning. And now the shortstop, Benny Rodriguez. Perigo back to work. Inside, just missed.
Seems like the hitters are struggling with their timing today. Kind of caught in between that sharp fastball and the nasty slider. I'd like to...
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Just missed it.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Should have this one. Drops into the glove. Runner tags from third. He scores. That's a big sacrifice fly, and they cut the lead to 2.
Well, he's always capable of losing one over the fence. He might have just missed it right there, but a good job to drive in that run from third.
Bottom of the inning. Now it's the right fielder, Jordan Lucas. Swings and lines a base hit into left field.
Always feels amazing.
Rodriguez with a less than great game in the loss.
Definitely didn't do much of anything for him in this one. I think he knows he's capable of more. They took the loss, and he might have dragged him down a little bit.
A 5-3 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long. Benny Rodriguez ready to put on a show, playing as the league leader in home runs this season. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Washington Nationals. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Stepping in, the long ball threat, Benny Rodriguez.
This is the classic manufacturing a run situation. A runner at third, less than 2 outs, and a golden opportunity to bring him home.
This one driven deep center field, on its way, home run. He powers that one out of here. It's 3-0. The brighter the lights, the more he shines.
Yeah, this guy lives for big moments, and right there made a statement big time. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
The batter, number 3, shortstop, Benny Rodriguez.
He swings and fouls one off. Two outs. Foul ball there. Now he steps out as time is granted. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Makes the catch, and that is that. Two outs and one in scoring position.
Shortstop, Benny Rodriguez.
Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
Good
0-1
pitch
for
right
count.
there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
On a line out towards center. Ramirez makes the grab, and that is that. So one run on one hit. No errors and a runner left. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. It's the Dodgers 5 and the Nationals 3. First and second, 2 outs. And now Roderick Arias. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. Two on, 2 outs. Out to short. They take the force out. That's out number 3. Excellent work out of the Dodgers. And up next for Los Angeles, Benny Rodriguez. He's already homered in this game.
Listen, there's absolutely no reason to pitch to this guy right here. You nibble, you see if he'll expand his zone, but don't give him anything to hit. If you walk him, not a big deal. You have a double play opportunity set up.
Ball in.
You know, these Dodgers, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. It's been a real team effort. Already 7 extra base hits, so that goes to show they're getting contributions from top to bottom. Nobody's doing that by themselves.
The pitch. And a foul ball. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in the top half of inning number 7. And he chases that one away.
Well, that slider was way out of the zone, and for me, it just comes down to not seeing the pitch out of the hand, not tracking it into the zone, and then also being a little bit anxious, not confident in your 2-strike approach. And so when a guy's in that position, you get him to commit early, and a lot of times you get the swing and miss, as you did right there.
That one is absolutely belted. That's back there. Onto the track, and he makes the catch.
Now batting,
Rodriguez was a big contributor for them in the win. Had only 1 hit, but made it count with a homer.
No question, he was a big piece of their success in this ball game. Fantastic effort at the plate.